Alright, have and have not fans, this is going to be a happier video because, well, I just recorded 4 videos before this one, and all of them seem to be on the dark side in terms of controversial topics about the show. But this is a happy one. So, we're talking about, is there a possibility that Melissa might make Hanna a grandmother again? And this is going to open the door to a possible, well, a couple of questions being answered. And number one, was Veronica truly manipulating Melissa this entire time into thinking she was pregnant? Because when you kind of think about it, Melissa said that Veronica was studying her like a guinea pig, making sure she was fertile and, mapped it out until the exact night of when her and Jeffery could have sex, and that would lead to them creating a baby together. And I believe she went to the doctor several times after that, off screen with Veronica to make sure she was pregnant. And to be honest, again, obviously I'm not a woman, I don't know about this kind of stuff, but I'm just thinking that maybe, given the fact that it's only been 2 months apparently, maybe Melissa never saw any of the paperwork, the documentation. She was just under the impression that she was pregnant, Maybe it was like a placebo effect where you're given medication and all, told that it would cure some symptoms, but really it's nothing but sugar in a pill, and it's a mental thing. Kind of like way back in season 2 when Candace thought she was shot, but it really was the effects of her having the gun shot near her head, and that made her think she got shot. And I even did a blog a while back talking about how that really does happen. Like, if you really do believe something, that whole, all you need to do is believe and it'll become real. That's not some Mojo Jojo. Why did I make a Powerpuff Girl reference? Mojo Jojo. Wow, weird. Some baloney, hooey. I don't know what to say, but it's not complete trash. That stuff really is true. It's like a psychological effect in your mind. Like, if you believe something to be true hard enough, depending on what it is, like flying and stuff. I don't know. Like, I love Dragon Ball Z, but I haven't fired a Kamehameha wave yet, and I really believe, and it doesn't work. But that's besides the point. I feel like, if she was really raised to believe she was pregnant in that situation, then hey, I don't know, maybe that's it. But I really do think that story-wise it makes sense, because remember a couple seasons ago when Tinka Sumner was pregnant in real life? Remember her and Justin got together and, they had a baby girl, and now they're engaged. I was wondering, and fans were wondering as a whole, it's like, well, Tinka Sumner was pregnant in real life. Is that going to be written into the show? It's like, oh wow, what if she got pregnant by Oscar or Warlock? The times they had sex. Well, Oscar sex, Warlock, it was more like, rape. What if she has a baby through, having sex with one of those two men, and by having this child, she actually becomes the mother? She wasn't the Quincy Jr., but that wasn't the case. So we were thinking of creative ways that Hanna could become a grandmother again. But when it comes to Benny, I didn't see it coming. I'm just thinking that, wow, what if, she really wasn't pregnant by Jeffery, and then by having sex with Benny, she becomes pregnant? Well, yes, we know the first time there was a condom. The second time on Veronica's couch, we don't know if there was a condom used. We don't know. So, yeah, it's actually a pretty interesting scenario if she becomes pregnant and Hanna becomes a grandmother, because we've only seen one true scene between these two sitting down and talking, and this was in the last episode. Then in the trailer for next week, The Right Cocktail, we have Hanna just giving Melissa some spiritual reinforcement. And I love that scene. I can't wait to see it played out on the episode next week. And I just love the dynamic between the two. It's not even 2 full episodes, and I already love those two like a mother and daughter kind of thing. To be honest, it would be pretty interesting to have Hanna raising a good girl. Maybe Hanna will be able to talk some sense into Melissa, but to have her treating Melissa the way she could never treat Candace, because Candace always resented Hanna after she got raped by one of her many male escapades. So in a way, Tyler Perry, this is me just talking out loud or thinking out loud for theory, but if he wrote things to end up this way, this is pretty damn clever. Melissa could be the daughter that Hanna never had, and then reintroduce her to being a grandmother from the time of birth to the time the kid grows up. This is some clever stuff. And maybe Benny will calm his ass down, settle down with Melissa, and stop being a man whore. That would be pretty interesting. So let me know in the comment section below. Would you like to see Melissa become, well, in a way, Hannah's daughter in a sense? And then by having a baby by Benny, making her a grandmother once again. There are a lot of unforeseen factors about this. You know, what if Candace finds out about this? Honestly, I don't give a damn what Candace thinks. She's literally written her family off so she can go off and do whatever she wants. It wouldn't surprise me if she gets killed off at some point, just like Veronica. Yes, I said it, but I would not mind it.